Welcome to another episode of Learning. In this video, we discuss the solution of a problem that has appeared in the IIT JAM Mathematics 2026 examination. And the problem is related to the local extrema and polynomial properties. And this question is from the section Real Analysis, and it is placed at serial number 13 in the question paper, and we will discuss the solution of this problem in detail. This problem is suitable for the aspirants of all these examinations. Right. The given question is, let f be a real valued function defined on the set of real numbers that has derivatives of all orders. Which one of the following statements is false? We are given four options. Option A, if f is a polynomial in x of degree at most 5, then the sixth derivative of f is equal to 0 for all x belongs to R. It's a very straight question. It's a very simple yes. Option B, if the sixth derivative of f is 0 for all x belongs to R, then f is a polynomial in x of degree at most 5. It is the converse of the first part. Yes, this is also true. These are simple things, The first is true, second is true, and we have to find out that statement which is false. Option C, if the kth derivative of f at a is equal to 0 for all k is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and the sixth derivative of f at a is greater than 0 for some a belongs to R, then f of x has a local minimum at a. Right. Option D, if the kth derivative of f at a is 0 for all k is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and the seventh derivative of f at a is negative for some a belongs to R, then f of x has a local maximum at a. So, the false statement is in the options C and D, because options A and B are very easy and understandable, and we know how to do it. And this question is a multiple choice question for 2 marks. There will be only one answer that will be true. Let's now discuss the solution of the problem in detail. We have a function f from the set of real numbers to itself that has derivatives of all orders. Option A, if f is a polynomial in x of degree at most 5, then the sixth derivative of f will be 0 for all x belongs to R. It's a very straight question. Right. As this is a question for addressed to B.Sc students, therefore we will do in their own standard and like this. If f is a polynomial in x of degree at most 5, then it is of the form, what will be the general form of a polynomial in x of degree at most 5? It will be, f of x will be a5x to the power of 5 plus a4x to the power of 4 plus a cube x cube plus a2x square plus a1x plus a naught. Right? Right? This is of the general form. So, differentiate once, you will get this one. You know the derivative differentiation. Second time differentiation. Yes, we'll get this. And likewise, you go on doing the fifth derivative. That will be factorial 5 into a5. Right. And the sixth derivative will be 0 as this is constant. Of course, one may argue it is at most, f is a polynomial of degree at most 5. There may not be a5. a5 may be 0. If a5 is 0, no problem. f5 x will be 0 and f6 x also equal to 0 for all x belongs to R. Right. That's true. That's true. So thus the statement A is true. It's very simple. And let's go to option B, which is the converse part of it, option A. If the sixth derivative of f is 0 for all x belongs to R, then f is a polynomial in x of degree at most 5. It's very simple. You have differentiated to get the sixth derivative. Now from sixth derivative we will get f by integrating successively. Right? You get that one. Very simple. Now sixth derivative of f is 0 for all x belongs to R. Integrating once, you will get the fifth derivative of x is equal to a, where a is arbitrary constant. And integrate again, the fourth derivative of f at x will be ax plus b. Right? So integrating again, the third derivative of f will be ax square by 2 plus bx plus c, because integral of x is x square by 2. Integrating again, the second derivative of f will be a into x cube by 3 factorial plus bx square by 2 plus cx plus d. Integrating again, you will get f prime x is equal to a x to the power of 4 by factorial 4 plus bx cube by factorial 3 plus cx square by factorial 2 plus dx plus e. Integrating again, we will get f of x, that will be a into x cube by 5 factorial plus b into x to the power of 4 by 4 factorial plus c to x cube by 3 factorial plus d into x square by 2 plus ex plus f, where a, b, c, d are arbitrary constants. They are the constants of integration. Agreed. Thus, this yields a polynomial of degree at most 5. Why at most? When a is 0, it is at most. When a is equal to, when a is not 0, it is a polynomial of degree 5. Right. So thus the statement B is true. The statement B is precisely the converse of the statement A. And you can say if and only if statement from that. Right. Now, it's an appeal to you. Please like my videos, share them with your friends and comments. Share them with your friends and I'm sorry, go back. Yes, please like my videos, share them with your friends and colleagues, comment, subscribe and hype. Let's go to the option C. If the kth derivative of f at a is 0 for all 1 less than or equal to k less than or equal to 5, and the sixth derivative at a is greater than 0 for some a belongs to R, then f of x has a local minimum at a. We have the kth derivative of f at a is 0 for all k is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and the sixth derivative of f at a is greater than 0 for some a belongs to R. Here we recall a test. The test is the higher order derivative test. The higher order derivatives test. Let f be a map from R to itself such that its first n minus 1 derivatives vanish at a point a belongs to R. That is, f prime a is equal to f double prime a is equal to f n minus 1th derivative of f at a, all at a is equal to 0, and the nth derivative of f at a is not equal to 0, then the following happens. 1. If n is even and the nth derivative of f at a is positive, then f has a local minimum at a. This result, for n is equal to 2, right? But this is the higher order derivative. And 2, if n is even and the nth derivative of f at a is negative, then f has a local maximum at a. And third, if n is odd, then f has neither a local maximum nor a local minimum at the point A. It is a point of inflection. Right. We'll get back to our question. Here, the first non-vanishing derivative occurs at n is equal to 6. Sixth derivative of f at a is greater than the positive, and all the derivatives below that at a will be r0. So, the first non-vanishing derivative occurs at n is equal to 6, and since n is equal to 6 is an even integer and the sixth derivative of f at a is positive, by the higher order derivative test, fx has a local minimum. Thus, the statement C is true. Now that we have seen the options A, B and C are true, by elimination we conclude that option D is false. So, by elimination, the false statement is D, option D, by elimination. So, you can stop here, you need not go further, and therefore, the answer to this question is the false statement is D. That is the detailed discussion of this question. Yes, in the next slide, I will show you how the option D is false. Right. So, let's call on the statement given in option D. If the kth derivative of f at a is equal to 0 for all 1 less than k less than or equal to 6, and the seventh derivative of f at a is negative for some a belongs to R, then f of x has a local maximum at a. It's very simple. All for k is equal to 1, 2, 3 up to 6, the kth derivative at a is 0, and the seventh derivative at a is negative. It is not equal to 0. Therefore, the 7 is odd, and by the first higher order derivative test, a is a point of inflection where there is no maximum. So, we have the kth derivative of f at a is equal to 0 for all k is equal to 1, 2, 3 up to 6, and the seventh derivative of f at a is negative. That means it is not equal to 0 for some a belongs to R. Here, the first non-vanishing derivative occurs at n is equal to 7. Since n is equal to 7 is an odd integer, by the higher order derivative test, the point A is a point of inflection, not a local maximum. Thus, the statement D is false. Right. Rather than looking for a counter example, invoking the higher order derivative test and noting that the non-vanishing derivative occurs n is equal to 7 and n equal to 7 is an odd integer, we can go to higher order derivative test and say there is no local maximum at A. Thus, the statement D is false. Right. This is straight rather than looking for a counterexample. Right. Thus, the answer to this question is option D, the statement given in option D, because that is the false statement. We have to find out that statement which is false out of the 4 statements, and the first A, B, C are true. Therefore, the false statement is D. That is the detailed discussion of the solution of this problem. Yes, this problem can be a problem that can be given in all these competitive examinations. Junior lecturers, degree lecturers, TG set, AP set, and GATE, and CSIR NET, and all that. And the reason why I am doing the JAM mathematics questions is they can be candidates for all these examinations. So concentrate on these examinations, PYQs of JAM questions. Right. I am sure you have understood the solution of this problem. Thank you for watching this video now. Please like my videos and share them with your friends and colleagues. Yes, this is my channel. Please subscribe my channel if you have not already subscribed. I repeat once again, if you have not already subscribed, please subscribe. Yes, I am sure I will be meeting all of you once again in another episode of learning. Enjoy learning mathematics. I wish you all the best. Thank you.